Hi, Orange Room friends. It's Anne again. And let's sing our hello song. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Muy bien. Muy bien. Y espero que tú también. Okay, let's take a look at our April calendar. So we've got our umbrellas for our pattern because we talked about how it rains a lot. And I decided to put my spring flowers up on top because we also are starting to see a bunch of flowers coming out, right? Because it's springtime and it's April. So we know that we have this pattern with our umbrellas. Let's see, should we see what color we think we're going to have next? Purple, 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 yellow. Purple, 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 yellow. Purple, 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 yellow. Purple, 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 I think. But what number? So let's see. I think you saw Michelle yesterday, and it was Tuesday, April 14. So if yesterday was 14, let's count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we said it was going to be a purple umbrella, so let's see if that's right. Okay, I've got a purple umbrella with a 1 and a 5. So I'm going to stick that up here. And let's go up here. What's this day of the week? Yesterday was Tuesday, and today starts with a W, a wuh sound. Let's see. Let's sing our song and just make sure. Some of you might know what it is, but let's just make sure. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. And we're going to go down to where our umbrella is, and it's Wednesday, April 15th. Okay? Oh, and here's our Wednesday. I did remember our Wednesday sign this time. So let me stick that up there. Whoa, there goes my flowers. Okay, that's a W for Wednesday. And I think we'll just have to have our flowers another day, okay? But, oh my goodness. What's going on here? Let's stick Wednesday up there. All right. So speaking of flowers and rain, I think those two things are connected. They're related because we do have some nice sunny days in the spring, but we also have a lot of rainy days because the flowers need both those things to grow, right? So let me think about this now. Rain is kind of an important thing. Wait, who's this? Most of you met this little guy way back in the fall, in the beginning of the year. If you started school later, you might not have even ever met him. He's a little buddy of mine. His name is Twigs. And he is pretty quiet, but he's a very smart little guy, and he has lots of questions. He likes to learn about things. So, do you have a question today, Twigs? Oh, he's wondering what makes rain? Why does it rain? How do we get rain? Well, let's see. I know rain is water, And I know we talked about that rain can come, water can come in different forms. Like when we painted with the ice cubes were had water in it, but that water was frozen. It was solid. And then as it melted, it was liquid like rain. But there's this other form that water can have, and that's called a gas or a vapor. So water from the lakes and the rivers and the puddles and water sitting on the leaves of the trees, any water that's down on earth, on the ground or on things sitting on earth, maybe on your patio table or something, you have some drops of water. As those warm up in the sun, they turn into a gas or a vapor that are invisible, and they float up into the water gas floats up into the sky. And then as the sky cools that water down, it starts to turn back into tiny little liquid droplets in the clouds. But then those droplets start to connect with each other and they make bigger droplets. And as they get to be bigger droplets, they start to get heavier and the cloud gets heavy. And all of a sudden the cloud just can't hold all those heavy water droplets and they start to fall down to the earth again. And that's called rain. So I thought it might be fun to do a little project where we sort of demonstrated. It's kind of a pretend, because we're pretending that this water, I poured water in this clear jar, and we're pretending that's the air. And then I've got some shaving cream, and I'm gonna put a little shaving cream on top. So let's get this so we can see. I'm going to push this back a little so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, there you go. Now, let me make sure you can see it. And I'm going to squirt some of this on top of the water in my jar. Okay, now that looks like it's pretty thick. That's a pretty thick cloud. So now I've got some, this is called liquid watercolor. I don't know if you have any of this at home, but I poured some of this into my bowl here. You can also use food coloring mixed with water, but that you need to be careful if you're using that because it doesn't wash up as easily. So you have to make sure that that's okay with your parents and that you're in a place where you're not going to spill on something that could get ruined. So I have my tray here to catch anything that I spill. Now, if you had an eyedropper, a little pipette, that would be perfect. But I don't seem to have one of those at home. So I'm going to take some of my liquid watercolor and I'm just going to try to drip it into this shaving cream. Now this is very thick shaving cream, so I'm going to have to put it in there, but I'm pretending like this liquid watercolor is actually my water droplets that are starting to fill up the cloud and are going to turn into rain. As the cloud gets saturated, it gets really full of the rain. And we're going to see if it kind of works its way through the cloud and into the water. That might take a little while. So let's see. I can see that it's starting to drip a little bit through some of it on the side, but let's see what happens. But this might take a little while. So let's move on and we'll take a look at that in a little while. Meanwhile, we can do other things if you have shaving cream at home. We can do other things with it. If you have a big tray like this, and maybe wear a smock, like I am, an apron or a smock, you can just put some of the shaving cream on your tray and you can play with it. Maybe you can pretend that you've got a rain cloud. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe you got rain. Maybe you want to write your name. A N N. I wrote my name in it. Okay. So what you don't want to do is go and touch everything in your house with this. This might be a good thing to do outside if you have a nice day. Okay. So anyway, there's another thing I can do with this. I can add a little bit of my glue. So I'm going to add some glue. Let's see if I can open this up. I'm going to just open it up this way and put a little bit of glue in here. And then I'm going to take my spoon. I have a little blue on my spoon, but that's okay because my cloud can be a little bit blue. And I'm going to mix it. My glue and my shaving cream. And now this is going to be a cloud that I can actually save. When it's kind of like, remember when we made the snowmen, snow people? And we made it with glue, the snow, the pretend snow. We used glue and shaving cream. Well, I'm using that for a cloud now. So I'm going to wipe these hands off a little bit. And I'm going to put my clouds on my paper. I don't think you can see what I'm doing very well. There. And I've got some clouds up here, some rain clouds. Now I'm going to do something else on my picture. And these are just different ideas. You don't have to do this particular thing, but this is going to be my rainy day picture. I've got one of these toilet paper tubes that we've used for different things. And instead of a circle like it normally is, I'm going to squeeze one end so it looks like the shape of a raindrop. It's pointy on this side and round on the top. Then I'm going to put some paint on a plate. I have this temper paint, and I'm going to use a brush. You can also make a watercolor painting, but I'm using temper paint. So remember, if some of you have this watercolor, you can do that too. So I'm going to spread my paint around a little bit on my plate, and then I'm going to use my drop-shaped cardboard. And I'm going to rub it, and then I'm going to stamp on my picture. So now I have a picture of raindrops coming out of rain clouds. So that was just one idea. You can make a rainy day picture however you want. And if you don't have shaving cream and tempera paint, you can paint a watercolor. Maybe you could make clouds out of your glue or glue stick. And you could use a cotton ball and dip it in some glue, or use a glue stick and put some cotton balls to make your clouds. Or maybe you could use, do you know what these are? These are packing peanuts. I got this in a package to protect what was inside the package. These, if you glue these onto your paper, they might look like a cloud, right? So there's all different ways you can do this. And like I said, we don't all have the same things at our houses. So I'm going to put a little more liquid into our cloud because it just doesn't seem like it's coming through very well. I'm going to pour a little bit in there. Let's see if we can pour it in. Okay, this cloud needs a little more liquid. Oh, I think it's starting to work now. I can see that it's starting, as there was enough droplets of the paint, of the watercolor paint, which we're pretending is our rain. The cloud eventually couldn't hold it in and it started to come through. So now it's really, this looks like quite the rainstorm, doesn't it? Okay, so now let's read a story about rain, a cloud, and which eventually turns into rain. Okay, so let me wipe up my area a little bit. You got to make sure you have a place you can work on these projects that you aren't going to be too messy. Like you probably don't want to do it in the middle of the living room or something unless you have a nice table that's covered. So anyway, the name of our book is called, it's closer now, Little Cloud by Carle. Look at, so there's a very cloudy sky, but the clouds are light in color. I don't think it's probably not ready to rain yet. Now you've got your little puffy clouds. The clouds drifted. The clouds drifted slowly across the sky. Little cloud trailed behind. The clouds pushed upward and away. Little cloud pushed downward and touched the tops of the houses and trees. The clouds moved out of sight. Little cloud changed into a giant cloud. Little cloud changed into a sheep. Sheeps and clouds sometimes look alike. So that's a really fun thing to do, is look when there's the kind of puffy clouds up in the sky. You can lie on your back on the ground and look up and see what different shapes you see in animals and flowers and things. Little cloud changed into an airplane. Little cloud often saw airplanes flying through the clouds. Little cloud changed into a shark. Little cloud once saw a shark through the waves of the ocean. Little cloud changed into 2 trees. Little cloud liked the way trees never moved and stayed in one place. Little cloud changed into a rabbit. Little cloud loved to watch rabbits dash across the meadow. Then little cloud changed into a hat because little cloud changed into a clown that needed a hat. The other clouds drifted back. They huddled close together. Little cloud, they called, come back. Little cloud drifted towards the clouds. Then all the clouds changed into one big cloud and rained. The end. Oh my goodness. And our rain really is coming down. As you can't even see. It's so heavy. So, okay, well, that was our fun stuff to do with clouds, and we'll do something else fun next time. And I hope you are able to get outside and enjoy the spring a little bit. Here, let me bring somebody over to say goodbye. Do you remember my friend Winnie? Say, bye, Orange Room friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.